So the most important thing that I tend to see, mate, is that people don't actually look at how the hole is. They think par 5, take the driver. Now that's not always going to be the play, because there's not every hole that you can, every par 5 you can get on into, and some of them you don't want to try and go for if you've got a water hazard short or stream or something in the way that means you've got to hit 2 amazing shots, and you're only going to be able to get on there 2 out of 10 times, and the other times there's a struggle. That might not be the percentage play. So understanding the hole and what it sort of plans out like is absolutely key. So if you've got something that you can't get there into, play the percentage off the tee that puts you a club that gets it into the widest part of the fairway, and then hit that layup to your favoured yardage. But on this occasion here, right to left hole, perfect for your ball flight, mate, you know, absolutely ideal, and it's fairly wide up there.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, and if we can get that turning nicely, should chase down there, and we should be able to have sort of a mid-long iron into the green. So it's playing 546 the hole.
Yep.
We know that if you get a good tee shot, you're going to have sort of 5-4 iron into the green. You, mate.
So this is one I can go for then.
This is a green lighter. But if I've got someone here whose stock shot is a fade and they really struggle to hit a draw, this isn't one that they're going to go for off the tee. They're going to maybe play this one more as a strategic 3-shotter. But for you, this is perfect. Okay. I want you to totally commit to the tee shot. The thing is, when you're doing the first shot, which is actually setting up the hole, it's all about the commitment level on this first shot. Okay, you've got to be totally committed to hitting that great shot. I've seen you at some tremendous draws, mate. So bomb one out there today on here.
So high draw's the plan, so just commit to that.
Yeah. So make sure stance is a bit wider, ball's forward, stay behind it. That's perfect.
That's out there nicely.
Let's draw in. Oh, that's got a nice kick as well.
Right, let's go see what that one is.
Absolutely, because now what we're able to do is go down there is see what advantage we can take of this from the tee shot, which then we're going to set up the second shot, which is the strategy for the hole. So after a perfect tee shot on this hole, mate, we can see that the draw was just the spot on decision off the tee. Right to left, got a kick off the hill, back into this position. You can imagine if you were trying to fade one up here, you're just going to run out of room. I mean, the tee's so far back around that corner, it doesn't give you any idea where you've ended up. Perfect spot now though, mate. So what club have we got and what have we got left?
We've got 210 here left to the flag, and I've got a 4-iron in my hand. Okay,
so how far does the 4 go?
4-iron normally would go maybe 205, so I feel for this shot that's probably the club to go with.
Perfect. I mean, it's very, very slightly into the wind, but the thing is, for here, if you have a look at everything wants to gather in still from the right, all the bunkers and everything else is up the left-hand side, so if you're going to miss this, or that right side is going to give you a really easy chance to get up and down, or, you know, just feed the ball into the hole. So for me, I want you to start that ball up the right with that 4, work it in towards the flag. That's going to be the perfect thing to do, because we've got ourselves into this A1 position. If we'd have laid back, then we'd have been hitting into this fat part here. But as it is, we can go for this. This is a complete green light flag for you. Let's make a 3.
Yeah,
Come on.
Let's go for it.
Come on, let's get a 3. Looking good. It's looking good.
I'll take that, I'll tell you what.
Well, we're going to go up and see if we can hold that one, mate. 12, 15 foot straight up the hill. Got to have a chance for 3. Now, what the key has been so far on this hole is understanding, reading what we knew what the green looked like all the way back to the tee. We knew that there was no water hazards in front and things like that. So if we could get a tee shot down there, it was a guarantee you could go for it. And it's understanding the people who are watching that planning out the hole sort of back to front, knowing where, you know, have you got to hit your absolute best to get there in 2? Are you going to take double out the equation? As it is today, look, we've got a chance for 3, if not a tap in 4, but we're going to come and see you make 3, aren't we?
Yep.
And as we get up there, I want you to, after we had a look at it, tell me what you think about having a look at the strategy in reverse engineering the golf hole.
So we're here now. It's my second shot's ended up here, thankfully. So I've got about 12, 15 feet for eagle. Dan, how do you think the hole's gone to this point?
Things gone great. I think absolutely perfect has been looking at that strategy from looking at the green all the way back to tee. You as the player, how have you found looking at it in that different way?
To me, it's been something different. Honestly, it's not something I've ever really thought about, but thinking about it now, I think that's definitely something that could really benefit my game and probably a lot of other people, to be honest.
You know, and you're playing off 2, so if you're saying it, then there's lots of people out there who probably have never looked at it and they'll benefit massively from looking at this sort of stuff.
We'll see if I can finish it off.
Come on, finish it off in style, roll this one in.
I think we've decided it's just a wee bit left to right, so
yep.
Let's see what I can do. Weak.
But easy tapping 4. You know, if somebody on the tee had offered you 4, take that all day long, mate.
Definitely take that big time. So that's great anyway. That's definitely something I'll be putting into my game. So cheers, Dan.